am reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on, honey, all my babies. Woke up looking for the.
I will say this: there's definitely a decision that can be made that's going to piss me off. If not done correctly, it's definitely going to make me mad. But we shall see. We gonna get into that. We gonna figure it out.
Welcome y'all to the MVP's Lounge. I'm joined by Frank. I'm the king. We're gonna be talking about NXT Heatwave.
Yeah. All right.
Hi, listen,
NXT Heatwave.
we're coming off of this terribleness of Money in the Bank, so we're hoping.
Right. I came in hot. in the bank. I was fresh off of watching it, and I came in hot. So my bad. But I'm cool, calm, and collected with this one. Hopefully, Heatwave they'll bring out the same type of energy for me. Um, but I'm actually thinking this might be a much better show than what Money in the Bank was. I'm thinking it will be.
5 matches on this card as well. One on the pre-show. The pre-show match we're not worrying too much about. I think they're just gonna have Ariana Grace and Carmen win that match just because Ariana Grace is gonna be in her home country of Canada and all that, so she gonna win that. They gonna know so that. But let's get to the first match that I think is going to start the show. NXT Tag Team Championships, Nathan Frazier and Axiom versus Andre Chase and Duke Hudson of Chase U.
Yeah. I think Chase U actually gets the titles. I don't. Maybe you can inform me of this. I don't think Chase U has been tag champions before, right?
They have been tag champions before, but I
Okay, yeah,
think,
yeah. I thought about that. I remember it.
but I'll say this: my main thing of seeing them winning this match is mainly they've built this story for the past like 3 to 4 weeks. I would say Nathan Frazier hasn't been paying attention to like keeping his focus on these tag titles at all. He's been doing
Yeah,
mad side quests like all over the place. And Axiom's like, bro, like focus on these belts. And he's like, I am. Not right now though. I gotta, do my WWE speed match on Twitter, or I gotta go face Tony D'Angelo in the match, or I gotta go do this. And he's doing everything else but focusing on these belts and keeping himself healthy for when this match happens. Because he was talking about his back was hurting the other day, like literally. So yeah, he about to come into this match with his high health bar on 0.
yeah. I like how they low key been telling stories with both teams. There's a little bit of turmoil in the background with both teams. It just depends on who's having the most. Um, I do think Chase U gets the W here due to uh what Axiom has basically been saying to Frazier, which is, hey, your head ain't in the game, and we've been maintaining these championships because I've been picking them to lose damn near every match they've had since they won them. So yeah, but this is where I think it comes to an end for them. Uh, there may even be a heel turn at the end of this
I'm with it.
because
I'm hoping they don't do anything with Chase U per se, because I do know they told Rich Holland that he can't show up to this match and that he's banned from showing to it after cheating the other week. So I hope they don't do nothing to keep Axiom and Frazier with these belts.
yeah, like where have him come out try to interfere and it end up costing them the match. Although that could be a story they move forward with, I'm not a fan of it. Um, they could they could possibly do stories where they have that be going forward with both groups. Maybe Axiom and Nathan Frazier just escape with the titles because of Rich Holland, which I hope to God that isn't what it is. I just hope that Chase U ends up winning with or without the interference of Rich Holland, and I'm thinking maybe Axiom turns on Nathan Frazier at the end of this. I don't know, but I do. see Chase U winning. I'm hoping that they win, and we cut this little experiment with Frazier and Axiom out. I'm over it. I'm over it.
I'm
I'm
also
really
over it.
over
Next up,
it.
Wesley versus his demise, Obafemi, North American title. Wes, we're gonna be real with you, bro. We're gonna be real with you, bro. It was a nice story seeing you come back from your injury and you can feel your legs again and all that. But you're about to lose feeling in your legs for this match. Because Oba's gonna kill you. It's 1-on-1 this time. It ain't triple threat, right? Where he has to like pick and choose. Like, no, it's 1-on-1. You gonna die. Tonight's the night you die. It's over for you, bro.
Yeah, I don't really see Obafemi losing this championship. I mean, he's just been incredibly dominant. Um, now is it a possibility? A very small one, but I just don't see him winning. I just don't see him losing the title. I get the story they're telling with Wesley. Um, only reason I think Obafemi could possibly lose too is because I don't know what he has else left, who he has left, or what else he has left to face as the North American champion.
I just don't need this. Oh, I honestly wanted him to have the Keith Lee gimmick going, where he challenges Trick next for his belt.
That would be cool. I wouldn't mind saying that myself. I'm just saying, like, I don't really get who he would challenge next. And then with as far as with, I don't know. It's a possibility that it could be Trick with him maintaining the title, but I don't know. I don't see that because that kind of shits on Wesley to a degree too, or everybody else in the mid card scene in NXT because it's just like, yeah, even if y'all want this title, I'm challenging for that. So again, though, it books Oba as if he's just like this unstoppable force, where it's just like all roads lead through him. But it's cool, although it's cool to book him like that. I don't think they're doing that. So I don't
If
know.
Wesley does win this match,
The
I
more and more
needed
I
to
think about it, it might be a 50-50. I'm leaning more towards 50-50 now because, like, when going forward, there low key would be more people for Wesley to face than Obafemi.
because don't get
Because
me
I'm
wrong,
looking at everybody else in the mid card, damn near is heels. There really aren't too many more face challengers for Obafemi to face. I don't even know if Obafemi is a heel per se, but I'm kind of figuring he's just like this monster heel that is just hard to get through. I don't even know who else would be able to really realistically face him at this point. Like, who the hell else has really been built up like that to face him?
yeah,
So
I don't really got any names for you.
unless they gonna debut somebody, or I don't know if that's gonna be a thing. He could be a TNA guy.
Mm-hmm.
Could very well be a TNA guy that challenges him next too. So that is very much an option.
TNA, possible AEW guy that jump ship, low key.
That's also an option, or maybe just somebody in WWE. Who knows? But I'm gonna go with Obafemi, but I'm gonna put a question mark.
I'll do the same. I'll also go Obafemi, put a question mark next to it, an asterisk, if you will. And I just, because again, I Wesley in ring is great. Promo needs work. Character still not there. So I'm just more so on the fence of, all right, if he does win, fine, but I don't know. It just ah meh.
Yeah, same reasons you just listed. I'm the same way.
But we'll see. Sol Ruka, Kaylani Jordan for the women's North American title. We're gonna be real here. Kaylani, you're just personally, and this is just me personally, you're not there. You weren't really there, and you shouldn't have gotten the belt. It was supposed to go to the person right above you. So Ruki here, yeah, it's supposed to go to her. Or Lash Legend. Either one of them would have been better picks. Or Jada Parker. And again, honestly, anybody else in that ladder match but you. But that's just how the totem pole was set up, personally. So you will get your soul snatched tonight against Soruka. You're not there yet. Maybe you're in the same position as your boyfriend is, Carmelo Hayes. Maybe you need to be a heel to finally find something. Because as a face, your promos and your stuff ain't hitting. So maybe you got to flip that switch.
I don't see that at all. I see she's going to maintain because for whatever reason the crowd does like this girl. So Rook is just like her. Like if we're talking about just being plain as babyface, it's the same exact thing with Soul Rook. She's just got a fun finisher. Like that's about it. That's literally the only difference between the two of them. Plain ass baby faces with boring personalities. One of them just has a really cool finisher. That's about it. So I'm not expecting much from this match, but I actually think she retains, and then she eventually faces Jada Parker for that title. I'm not sure if she interferes or if she comes out, but Jada Parker somehow, some way, will make an appearance at some point in time with this match because that is going to be her next challenger, and I believe that's who's going to take that title off of her is Jada Parker.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, that's the direction I see that going in.
Nice. Let's scroll up this board here. Lola Vice versus Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship. I gotta go into Lola 305. Vice City takes it home. Roxanne has done all she can really do here in NXT. It's like she can lose this belt. It's fine. Like we've honestly been building to this since like Vengeance Day.
Yeah, for sure, Roxanne can go ahead and drop the title. It's kind of over for her at this point in NXT. She's done everything she can possibly do. She's won that title twice. She's faced pretty much everybody you can face, and then they've made a concerted effort to build up Lola Vice. So it makes all the sense in the world for Lola Vice to be the champion currently. Um, yeah, this is a fairly easy pick. Lola Vice becomes the new women's NXT champion. So
Yeah, I'm for it.
yeah,
We've been
that's
asking for this
easy.
for a minute. Main event time, y'all. Fatal 4-way match. I wish this was elimination, but Fatal 4-way match. Ethan Page versus Javon Evans versus Sean Spears versus the NXT champion Trick Williams. I'm going to throw a gigantic monkey wrench into this and say, I don't know. Normally I'd be like, nah, Trick retaining this belt, but I actually don't know. For some reason, I feel like it's actually a toss-up between everybody in this match. And some people will probably be like, well, Evans just got there. He young. He ain't gonna win this belt that quick. Not really. I feel like low-key, either four of these people will actually get this belt. Well, either three. Not Trick already has it, but I think one of the other three could actually get it.
Yeah, I think you might just be reading a bit too much into this, but Nah. Trick is going to retain. It's just a matter of who eats the pin.
Sean
Um,
Spears eating the pin.
Sean Spears is definitely eating the pin. Uh,
Oh god.
Sean Spears is definitely gonna eat the pin. I think he's probably taking a pinfall loss as far as the least recently out of everybody here. So Trick is not losing. He's going to retain. Now, who he faces after this is uncertain, but
Obafemi.
whoever loses out of this group goes into the mid card, and Trick is not doing that. So Trick retains. Javon Evans will probably be who Obafemi faces next.
Mm.
Now that I think about it, now what they do with Ethan Page and Sean Spears is the question.
I'm
Um,
not sure. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, all right, you know, both of these guys are like ready for either, you know, either side of the spectrum of holding the belt, whether it be NXT North American title or NXT title. It's just a matter of where you're going to place them. Because Ethan Page has already lost the first match. So this is technically his second match, even though it's not one-on-one. It's technically his second match for it, the title.
this is the second titles match. His second match was against Javon Evans, and he beat him.
No, I meant like his second match for the title, like the NXT
Oh
title.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like it's I don't know. I mean,
Also,
again,
I'm like 95%. I'm like 95% sure Trick is winning, but the remaining 5%, I could see Ethan Page winning.
I'll go out on a limb and say 50-50 Trick, and I'll say 50-50 Trick and Sean Spears. If Trick wins, he's pinning Sean Spears in his match. But if Sean Spears wins, he's pinning uh either Ethan Page or Javon Evans. And Trick
Sean
just
Spears. Sean Spears probably more so than Javon Evans. I'm 100% sure isn't winning this match. Sean Spears and Javon Evans aren't winning this match at all. Like, nah, I ain't even gonna entertain them winning. Uh, if anything, I think something is going to occur in this match that's going to cause them to continue their feud because within this, the two of them have been feuding more than anything, even more so than Trick and Ethan Page. Their feud has spilled over into the main event scene, but they was feuding way before this, and then it just so happened to get into this realm. So there
hey,
needs to be a blow. There needs to be a blow off of their feud. So I'm thinking their next pay per view is probably going to be Javon Evans versus Sean Spears in like a street fight or uh, some type of big blow off match to where it can be, you know, really really good because they've been feuding for a good little while and it's actually fairly decent feud. So that's why I don't believe in either one of them will win it because they have to finish their feud. I'm
well, I
guessing
mean,
Ethan.
then you could, hey, then if that is
I'm
the
guessing
case,
Ethan Page is going to be built as Trick's somewhat rival because he's already facing Trick again. So it's a possibility that Ethan could possibly win this match, and then you could go forward to the point where Trick is like, "Well, you didn't beat me for the title," and that's how you go forward with a feud between both of them. It's like, yeah, you might have won the title, but you didn't beat me. So that's how you could book Ethan win to possibly win this match. Not saying that I do think he wins. I still believe Trick wins. But if you were to go with a winner other than Trick, that's how I would look at it. That's how I would think logically makes the most sense. Have Ethan win by getting a pin over somebody else, and then Trick can just always be like, "Well, you didn't beat me 1-on-1."
true. There you go. Yeah, because if Javon does go the route of Bofemi to get his first belt, then hey, you can always run back again, as you said, the Sean Spears thing, and you got something there with him and Javon down there, and Trick and Ethan can stay up here. So yeah,
But
I'm
that's
with
the
it.
thing too. He don't have Javon Evans ain't got to immediately face Obafemi
Oh
after
no,
this
it ain't gotta
feud.
be immediate. It could be I'm saying
He
like
can
after
finish once he.
after
And
this feud is
honestly, it
up.
makes sense for him to finish this feud with Sean Spears and then get the chance to challenge Obafemi for that belt. So yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, I got Trick maintaining. Like I said, I'm like 95% sure Trick is gonna win and retain his championship. I'll give a slight 5% to Ethan Page, but I don't think he wins.
I'll give 50% for Trick, and then the rest of y'all three can split the other 50%. Yeah, I can split the rest of that. NXT Heatwave tonight at I will honestly assume going to be the same time, 6 Central, 7 Eastern. Hey, we'll be here for it. We'll give you the review immediately after that. With that being said, thank you for joining us today in the MVP's Lounge. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
What? Yeah. I like it. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
He must be sleeping under a rock or something.